Okay.
We're fine.
All right. Perfect. Then thank you very much. I will call this meeting to order at 9:04 a.m. And we have our task today to approve the recommendation of the executive committee for the hiring of a new executive director. And I'm going to turn it over to Mary to summarize what the executive committee has accomplished.
Thank you, Betsy. The executive committee received 10 applications for the executive director position. We went through and reviewed each of those applications and ultimately selected 4 individuals to interview with us. We conducted those interviews at the end of last week, and we finished those up on Monday. We deliberated after the final interview, and all came to a unanimous decision about who we wanted to move forward with as our recommendation for the ED candidate. And so we've ultimately chosen one individual who we'll recommend to you all today. And I have let the other folks know that we've decided to move forward with somebody else.
Thank you very much. Anybody have any questions up to this point besides who we are recommending? All right, then the executive committee is recommending Chastity Toole, who was amazing in the interview. And I would entertain comments, questions before we move that along. Well, everybody talk at once.
So everyone is aware, Chastity did submit her resignation to us yesterday. In accordance with the bylaws, the council cannot nominate anyone to a staff position while they are currently on the council. And so she took that step yesterday so that she would be eligible for this position today.
Thank you. That answered my one question that I was going to ask. Anybody else have a question? Maggie.
Hi, excited for Chastity. This is a wonderful space. Just for due diligence and for people who are listening in, can the committee give a background on Chastity and what she's bringing to the role so that way people can know more about her background and how that's supporting the MRC?
Yes. Yes, Mary conducted some. Mary, you want to speak to that?
Yeah, and when, Chastity is able to introduce herself when she actually steps into the ED role, she'll be able to speak more to this. But we were really impressed by, Chastity's depth of experience and knowledge, especially when it comes to community-based work and harm reduction and prevention specifically. We really think she is going to bring such a valuable set of skills and experiences to the council, especially as we move forward and continue to build this organization from the ground up. I think she has a really wonderful understanding of where we've been and also what areas we could improve upon and what the direction is that we're going. I think she'll be able to step into the work without any issues and also to be able to lead this council forward over the next few years in the right direction. I think she really blew us away in the interview process, and that was really what I think made her stand out as a candidate.
Thank you, Mary. Anybody else? Paul?
I just want to thank everyone on the executive committee who did the interviews. I unfortunately couldn't do any of the interviews. But I'm so excited that if we offer Chastity this position and she gets the nomination, I think I just am really excited about it. I think she'll be wonderful. It'll be really neat to see her step into that role off of the council itself. So thank you for everyone who worked on this.
Betsy, can I just add a couple things as an
Absolutely, Joe.
panelist? People may know that we did give the candidates the questions ahead of time. And Chastity was the last person to be interviewed, and we were 30 minutes late due to technical issues. And I have never seen such resilience. If I was her sitting waiting 30 minutes to be interviewed, even by your peers, which I think is really hard, and her just authentic answers, it wasn't, they weren't, a lot of the folks, had time to really rehearse, and she was just her natural self, and we were just really impressed. And where she works in a rural area, the way she's able to work independently and move the needle. Just she did a great job, demonstrating all that work. But just the fact that she was so real in her interview was very impressive.
Anybody else? Seeing none, I guess we need to take some action. I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Paul. It's been moved and seconded to approve the executive committee recommendation to hire Chastity Toole as the new executive director of the Maine Recovery Council. Grayson, would you call the roll, please?
Betsy, I
Yes,
think we also need to include the salary. Grayson, correct me if I'm wrong, or Brendan. Is there any-
The answer is yes, and Grayson's computer is frozen, so Grace is not able to either take the role or answer questions.
okay, well, I think I can because I've got everybody's picture in front of me. Okay, included in that motion would be the salary, starting salary at 80,000 and after 6 months, no?
At 85 an hour, at 85 an hour for the first year, starting in July 1.
Yeah, but wasn't it, was a jump after 6 months?
Oh, okay. So we can say, I think if the motion just includes the starting salary of 85 an hour for start date of July 1, 2025.
Do we know what it would be helpful to be able to say what the increase is going to be? Because otherwise I think we'd need to come back for another vote at 6 months.
It was, the starting pay was 80 and after 6 months it would go to 85. Is that correct? That was my notes. What was the other thing, Brendan, you wanted? I'm sorry, I just trying to remember.
Just in terms of the roll call, someone else will.
I'll do the roll call in just a second.
But can I just clarify about the increase
Yeah.
in 6 months?
Yeah.
Is there anything that triggers that? Is there a review or something, or is it just it goes up automatically at 6 months?
We did not discuss that.
We did not, but I would assume that it would be at least a conversation with the executive committee or something like that, just, but I don't know that. We didn't talk about it. So,
Okay.
okay,
And
All
then is it just a 1 year contract? Is that right?
yes. Okay,